Yes, you've read the title well, and yes, you are already profitable, but you still maybe don't know it, you still maybe don't realize it within yourself that much. In this video, I wanted to tell you the 3 or 4 things that I did in order to become my profitable self. So, in order to overcome the mistakes that I made over and over again, and that I know and that I see other traders are making, will make constantly if they don't change these things. So yeah, I mean, we all have a different journey to profitability. There's no standard of what a journey is. Everyone has a different starting point. Everyone has maybe more money to put in the trading hobby, let's say at the start, and some people have less. So you always have different access to capital, to buying challenges, and also overall being, I will say, chill with yourself, that you don't have to make money maybe now, whether some people need it, and there are some stories out there. And so you have to kind of course, understand as the first thing your starting situation. What are your cards that you've been dealt with and the cards you are picking from the deck that you earned? So, are you having some sort of income that can provide for trading? Are you having stability so you don't need maybe to make those income? You have savings that you put apart for this, or you don't have and you have to work for it? So, first of all, as kind of a before taking these things in consideration, you have to say and you have to say to yourself, what is your starting hand? How are you starting? And that's really, really important also for your identity, okay? So you really need to reason, and if you don't have money to dedicate to this, you need to get some sort of income, some sort of job. And if you have the rush to make money now, then you have to sit back and analyze the situation, because it's not good for your psychology when you have to make money now. It's also neither good for your strategy, for everything. When you have a lot of pressure, yes, a lot of times pressure make diamonds, but in this case, in trading, a lot of times can lead to major mistakes. And some people got lucky and they share, but you don't see all the people that didn't get lucky in those moments of pressure. And you just have to be able to be, I will say, have to be chill and to just focus on your overall process, overall strategy, overall mentality, risk management, everything. So yeah, starting for the things, one of the things that I did that completely changed the way I trade, completely pushed me to be more profitable, let's say, is to take one trade per day. Okay, at the start I was gonna do, I did more trades. I was like, oh, I want to search for the green for the day. I want to see the high, and if I was losing on the day, I will try to get back on the high to winning. And of course, that will lead to many blown accounts, many even more red days. And you need to set kind of how much you're gonna risk for the day, how much you're gonna risk for the trade. So the thing I did is to have like a range. Okay, I want to risk 300 to 400 per trade, and depending on the trade that I'm entering, I adjust my size. And that's really important, because if you always enter the same amount of contracts, let's say 1 mini or 5 micros, whatever, it's not useful, because a lot of times the stops needs to be a bit wider. Yesterday, Friday, the example was perfect, because the stop was about like 50 points, and I cannot enter 1 mini and risk 50 points. That's not at all what I should do. So you just risk it down and you size, okay? And you use micros. That's really, really important. And if you end up losing that trade, that it can happen. Nobody's perfect. No strategy has 100% win, and nobody ever in the history of it. So if you do end up taking a loss, first of all, it doesn't need to affect your day. This arrives from a lot of losses, so you have to be able to take a loss. So that also comes from experience, and also knowing that the losses are a part of the process. And when you take a loss, you're like, oh, why did I take a loss? No, 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 I'm ruining your day. No, you have to say, oh, why it happened? It was my entry good? It was my model, yeah, right? I follow my rules. If you start analyzing rationally every loss or also every win, then you're going to go progress. But if you start your emotions start to get in your head. You just are not, you know, when you're not reasoning with your rational mind, then you have to step back again and like say, okay, like I'm 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 buzzing right now. I'm being stupid. I have to step back, come down, do a walk, do whatever, because as traders, our day is much more other things than just trading. New York session is again 1-2 hours. So there are many things you have to do in a day apart from trading. So just go enjoy them. You have to have other hobbies and other things. Trading cannot be just your only thing that you do, your own identity, because then if you do lose, if you do fail for some time, it's gonna fuck you up in the mind, and it's not gonna be good for you. So yes, one trade a day, knowing your risk, know your size, change size depending on your stop. So that's really, 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 really important. Then another thing that I also want to share, I also put some stuff in this one thing, is that you don't have to give yourself timeline. Okay, I did this mistake this summer when I started making money, when I started making payouts. I was like, okay, I made 3K this month. I made 4K the month after. I want to make 5 in September. I want to make 10 by the end of the year. As good as that, to having a goal, to have like North Stars to kind of go through, it builds again the pressure that we don't need. So even if you're like winning at some point, or if you're losing, you're like, oh, I need to make this, I need to make this, then you just fuck up with your mind. You just have expectations, because as everything in life, unexpected things do happen. Bad periods do happen, even if you do everything right. So when you start to having a timeline, or a time that you need to succeed, then you build up again this pressure in the back of your head that is just not healthy and can just lead to mistakes. Okay, so us as traders, we have to recognize everything that can lead to mistakes we know we shouldn't do, because I know that you watching know what you should do and know what you shouldn't do, but again you still do it because we are humans. We make mistakes anyway in every part of our life. But us as traders, it's really, really, really important that we are really, really careful about this pressure that builds up, about this irrational part of the mind that's speaking to us, that is whispering to do the things we know are not good for us. Over trading, over leveraging, taking more trades than we should. Then I don't know, there are a lot of things, taking dumb trades because we just want to take it one for the day, or we wanted to get back the loss. So again, these things I know that a lot of people that are listening could refer to, and could, I don't know in English, sometimes I forget words, could embrace and could recognize that also they do. Because every journey, I said at the start, is different, but a lot of emotions, a lot of mistakes are commonly shared throughout the trading community. So again, also this thing is really, really important to not have a timeline. Please just focus on your strategy, focus on your model, focus on taking good trades, and focus on getting better every day. And don't give yourself a timeline, because the money will come. Don't worry, but just please don't force it. Don't force it for yourself, for other people around you, okay? And that's really important. That what changed, what clicked a bit in my mind with also doing one trade, adjusting micros and everything. And so yeah, again, this video is coming long. I don't have the exact time. My battery of the camera is almost dying. And yeah, the last thing that I wanted to reflect briefly before concluding this video is that you need, I know you heard it probably, but you connecting with this stuff, you need to be delusional in some way, because every trader at the start goes through a dark period of like losses, loss. No trader had the journey being smooth sailing, just gradually up. No, there are being some ups and some downs, and some bigger ups and some bigger downs. Happens to everyone, happens to the best trader you see on YouTube, on Instagram, whatever. And during those moments, during those lows, I remember clearly, I think this January, when I passed, at the time was I had the most account, I had 3 accounts, I was near a payout, I was there, I was like, okay, I'm there. I lost in one day, as I always did before, and I unfortunately did after sometimes. And I remember I was like in the shower, I was like, yeah, why am I doing this? I spent already like 2 3K. I'm not making it back. It's hard. It's getting on my mentality. It's ruining my days. Something has to change. And I know that I don't wish anyone those dark moments, those bad periods. But when the first times that you are in those periods, you need to think that and to see that there are a lot of people that did make it and to listen to their stories, and they're probably similar to yours, and you just have to be delusional enough to see, okay, this is a full stop, this is the end of the chapter, I'm going to open another one, and then I'm going to open another one, just gradually going, even though sometimes you feel you're getting back, if you're falling back, but you're always pushing forward, moving forward. And that's really important, because I wanted to quit a lot of times. I wanted to like, why am I still doing this? You need to be delusional. You need to have your whys. You need to have a why. It's not just the money. There is some sort of why behind. And I cannot tell you what why is yours. I know mine's. And you should question yourself on your why you're doing this. So please ask yourself that question. Really do take it seriously, because in the hard moments, that will be your North Star. That will be your point of reference of why you're doing all of this. So yeah, I hope that this video, even though it was a bit more serious, was helpful to you. And yeah, I'm gonna try to do more videos like this, maybe go more in depth on like some stories, on some experiences. And I know that a lot of people could relate to, and I know when I was starting, I wish there would be some actual real stories, and even vulnerable. I'm making myself vulnerable out there, and to kind of relate to people, maybe more ahead or maybe a bit below. I don't want to say below, but like a little further back in the journey. But everyone has their own journey. Everyone has their own story. You don't need to copy anyone. Just I want, and all the people in the comments in Discord, we want to help each other. Okay, so that's the best thing about the trading community. I know it's been a bit toxic, and with a lot of people that just ask you a lot of money for it, whatever. But yeah, I'm trying here to be the best as I can for maybe some people, and even if I can help one person watching this video, I'll be really happy. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I'll probably see you in the next one. Peace.